Hello everybody and welcome! My name is Ursa and this is a wonderful map. It can only mean one thing. It's the Aztec challenge, as the Aztecs and the supporters of my channel have put together a rather wondrous thing indeed. Before we get into that, if you want to play this map, don't forget, as usual, you can come to Discord for the save file. I also keep all of the mods that I'm using to make this work there, and oh boy, some of these mods you will want to have a quick go at because they are a lot of fun. Now I know a lot of people that watch this channel don't use mods because you may be on console. Fret not, a very similar game can be played by using a lakes map with the Aztecs. You'll have a very similar sort of feel to this. If you really want to play very similarly as well, I would recommend having a game with the Netherlands on a lakes map as well, because that will give a very similar vibe to what we're going to get up to. Now, the channel supporters have come to me with a very interesting A to Z challenge with the Aztec. Firstly, a modded, improved version of the Aztec Empire has been provided. This is Liege's Aztec rework, and specifically, it just changes things up a little bit. We still get the 1 combat strength all units if you improve luxury resource in the Aztec territory. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Basically, the more you improve, the stronger your units get. That hasn't changed. However, I no longer get an extra couple of cities with each luxury. I do instead get an improved version of my unique building and access to a new unique governor. Otherwise, build charges giving you 20% of the district's production cost, very similar. Eagle Warriors, no, the Eagle Warriors have been moved. Now, they are sat in military training and they are a man-at-arms replacement with 48 strength and no resource requirements. So, we're going to be able to use our unique unit to man-at-arms rush rather than warrior rush. That, just in itself, is very good. Our unique building gives a free promotion for trained units. That's actually genuinely really good, so we like that little improvement. And I also get a new unique improvement. Now this is such a welcome hark back to how the Aztecs were in Civ 5. Remember them? Growth experts that used to love lakes? Well, that's exactly what we're doing now. This thing is a water improvement. Just like the polder, except a little bit more versatile, it can only be placed on water tiles adjacent to at least 2 land tiles, not 3. We unlock it at state workforce, so not very late into the game at all. It gives 1 food and half a housing. Okay, so not that overpowered, but if it's on a lake tile, it gets an extra food as well as 2 extra faith. That converts into tourism later in the game. In addition, we get an extra food from each adjacent unique improvement we put down. That also gives us adjacent faith once we get to civil service, and when we unlock seasteads in the end of the game, it gets even better from there. What we're looking is basically taking this map, which I have generated, using this wonderful Got Lakes mod. I love this map. It's amazing. You can just produce the most crazy maps, and what I've done is produced a map with a lot of lakes. We're going to be going into the world, taking every lake we can, just building as many improvements as we can on them, stealing everybody's luxuries, maybe going for a tourism victory, maybe just going for a domination run. I don't know. We'll see what we fancy. It's a 12-player map. It's a huge map. Let's get cracking. So we have a lot of lakes. Lakes are good. We like that. We also have furs and coca. This map is going to present to us a few challenges right now. We're going to have to improve as many luxuries as we can. We're going to have to take as many lakes into our empire as we can. We're going to have to build as many canals as we can, because let's face it, when you're given a map with this many lakes, it would be rude not to do that, do you not think? You have to. It's just a compulsory requirement just to build canals everywhere, so we will be thinking about that. We will be focusing on making big Aztec cities with as much spacing as we can between them, heavy culture because I want to get as much land into my empire as I can, a little bit of war so that I can use my unique encampment building in order to pick up more great people. We're going to be using our unique great general as well. Now, he is very strange. Putting him down gives us faith, great general, and great profit points to all battles within 9 tiles of the city. You can pop him in city-states, which gives you extra influence and extra great general points. That's actually really good. You can levy units with plus 10 combat strength. That's really useful as well. You get luxury resources from a city that give you more cities. That's kind of a little bit like the old Aztec ability. Birth Rituals lets you put melee units and encampment buildings with faith. That's pretty useful. So really, it's kind of a split. Either you use them in your cities or city-state cities. Units within 9 tiles receive double experience from battles They initiate, that's pretty good. And we also get extra healing, even more healing with levied units. So this is all a proximity general. It's a shame that he's only 5 turns in order to establish. It'd be, you know, if he was like Victor and like the Ottoman special governor having 3 turns, that would be a little bit more useful, but the 9-tile radius is very useful. Do I settle on top of the Thurs? Do I settle on top of the Coca? I'm going to settle on top of the Coca because this will give me the extra gold from turn 1. Unfortunately, the surrounding tiles aren't great, but there is some medicinal herbs down south, which brings me to my next point. I'm also using a lovely mod, Resourceful 2. Every time I play the Aztecs on a big old game, you've got to play Resourceful 2. It adds more luxuries, more bonus resources into the game. It's really, really good fun. It also will nicely stack with my unique improvements extra hidden ability, which is if I place it next to a land tile with a plantation or farm resource, it copies the resource for its own tile. I'm looking forward to playing that. It might be quite fun. And as we settle our city, there is one final challenge. Oh my word, sorry, I've just seen how many unique people points I just got there. We are the first to settle on this new continent. Hang on, what's this new continent? Oh wow, that's a 3-continent split. And no wonder I'm on 9 era score. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, no excuses if we don't get into a golden age then. That's a lot of pressure. Never mind. But we have one other challenge is provided to us by our channel supporters. This is an Apocalypse mode game. I have Apocalypse mode enabled. That means Soothsayers. That means sacrificing to what I've just seen is a lovely volcano just south of me. What I've got to do, as the Aztecs, who like a little bit of sacrificing, that seems to be a bit of a national pastime for us, what we're going to do is try and sacrifice one of every unit. Now, this is going to be very difficult to keep track of, but don't worry, I've been doing some work at the top. I think I have generated a list of all of the combat strength giving units that can be sacrificed to volcanoes. Now, you can't sacrifice air units, you can't sacrifice naval units, it's just land units. I also don't think you can sacrifice support units, but here is the list. Scout, Skirmisher, Ranger, Spec Ops, Warrior, Swordsman, Eagle Warrior, Muskets, Line Infantry, Regular Infantry, Modern Infantry, Horseman, Courser, Cavalry, Helicopter, Heavy Chariot, Knight, Corsar, Tank, Modern Armour, Slinger, Archer, Crossbow, Field Cannon, Machine Gun, Catapult, Trebuchet, Bombard, Artillery, Rocket Artillery, Spearman, Pikeman, Pike and Shot, Anti-Tank Crew, Modern Anti-Tank, and Giant Death Robots. Oh, now I'm going to go lie down. So that's the challenge. How many of them can we do? Will I forget them? Will I get all of them? There's only one way to find out, and that is to play this game. Now, this is a landlocked map. There's just going to be tons and tons of lakes scattered everywhere. So going for naval units isn't going to be a huge rush for me. What I am going to do though is, because these tiles are so bad, I'm going to go for a double scout start and use my early game gold to get a builder to get these farms improved nice and quickly, and also to improve the Thurs nice and quickly. Let's just quickly get ourselves mining so that I can boost towards bronze working. It might also be a good one to get this tile actually. That's also animal husbandry. You know what? Let's go animal husbandry and then into mining in that direction. So that's what we'll do. We're going to focus on getting ourselves a decent army. We're going to focus ourselves on getting a decent bit of culture. I will be going to war. Big old cities. I'm basically going to be trying to do everything, and just like in the usual Ursa style, what I will probably do is end up failing everything equally. Very, very balanced. So far, our warrior is heading west, and you can see we have a bunch of lakes. Oh, I'm going to end up settling my cities in such a way that we can just get absolutely as many of these lakes connected up into one as possible. This is going to be kind of like my subplot challenge in this game. It's going to be great. Luckily, I'm already working this bonus resource for medicinal herbs, giving me a little bit of extra science, helping me to boost through animal husbandry quickly. Very lovely. Plenty of geothermal fissures everywhere. That means we could, in theory, get a decent start on the old science game if we were looking for that. I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not. My first tribal village, that took me an awfully long time. We'll go God King and Discipline as per usual. Got to keep the barbs off me where possible. There's my next scout. I believe I'm going to start just circling around my city in order to try and get as much visibility as we can in this immediate area. Also going to start building a couple of units in random places as well. I want, ideally, to be able to make sure that I can sacrifice everything I can, and the slinger is one of the first units to upgrade. So I've got to get that done nice and quick. Early game encampment is going to be, you know, very useful as well, because Eagle Warriors count as being, I believe, a classical era unit. It might be medieval era, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, the first great generals give both, so I need at least one great general to make my Eagle Warriors even more powerful. I'm also going to go for craftsmanship in order to go straight for state workforce. The quicker I get my unique improvement, the better. We have met Kaguna. Okay, the first person to do so gives me an extra envoy and +1 culture per turn. Again, handy. You like these little bonuses. This is the advantage of having so many scouts out, I believe. What's in the goodie hut? A new population. Nice. If I had any good early game tiles to work, that would be a big thing. Unfortunately, I do not. Never mind. Oh my lord, there's ox down here. There's toxins, which are like little tiny frogs. I love those. They're really cute. That's a luxury resource. And this is a cherry tree, which is also a luxury resource. Ooh, exciting. There's France. I think France are my most local neighbour. There's Paris anyway. Okay, France are not too bad for war until they get through to, I think it's the Renaissance era, or is it even slightly further, the Industrial era, where they get their line infantry upgrade. That thing is very strong on their own continent, and they do like to spam it out, so we really should hopefully deal with them before that point. They like me -8, so there's no point even trying to make friends with them. They'll also buy my chocolate for 58 gold, which isn't too bad. It's not giving me any benefit right now. I might just wait until I meet somebody else. I like to go for sort of like 6 or 7 gold per turn, rather than 3. It just isn't quite worth it for me at the moment. Not that it's giving me any benefits, it's just more that I know the value of my own worth, you know. You gotta stay strong on such things. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, just as I make myself a slinger, barbarian horsemen appear. It's quite good timing, that. Okay, let's go for pottery and then for sailing, so I can actually get rid of these fish. That's going to be quite an important thing for me. I also would quite like a builder in order to get these farms improved, but I think I'm going to go for a monument to start with. Do I save for I might save for a settler. Let's do that. Ugh, choices. So I've already got a warrior. Well, you know what, I'm going to have to actually start tracking this a little bit, so I'm going to change the symbol as we do things. So, yeah, I've got the scout, that's good. I've got the warrior, and I've got the slinger. Okay, cool stuff, that's good. Now, luckily, barbs can't kill cities, well, your capital anyway, so that's pretty good. It's always worth just making a few slingers anyway, just to stop things from being plundered. Like, ideally, I don't want my capitals, like luxuries and all my improvements being killed repeatedly. That would be highly frustrating. Auckland is on the map. Interesting. Shallow water towers you own provide +1 production. Now, I'm pretty sure that does not apply to lakes, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. We'll hold out just in case. France will now give me 5 gold per turn, which is 100 gold up front, so I could get my settler almost immediately with that. That might save me a few turns here, so you know what? I'm going to do it. The reason I'm happy to do that is I actually do have another source of coca on my borders, so we can go and get more. It is replaceable. That's great. Okay, let's just do this. Let's get that settler in. There we go. Look, I get that extra population back nice and quick. Good stuff. And there's Korea. Literally the turn I do that, which means that Korea probably would have ended up giving me more gold. That is usually the way these things go. Now, where is another good spot to settle? You can see there is a double sugar plantation spot down there towards Paris. That would let me probably connect up more lakes, which is a good thing. Saying that, we do want to keep an eye on the canal possibilities, because ideally I want to be able to put canals everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It's important that we do this. Because of that, I think it might be good to settle on top of something like a geothermal fissure. It's otherwise going to be a useless tile for me. Would give me a little bit of extra science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5 tiles away there. I kind of wanted to go for a minimum of 7, so maybe that's not the best idea. Look, you can actually see there are possibilities here to get some decent canals going. Does that count as a coast? It is a lake. Okay, that's good. It's worth just keeping an eye out because sometimes they end up being coasts. Oh, these are all lakes. That is lovely. 146 tiles already. One of the things we're going to be rushing is, of course, the Huey. That's absolutely on our list of things to rush. I also need to start popping other canal tiles down, but I want to put down in order to make as many of these lakes connect up. Like this is a little mystery lake there. Getting that one connected up into my empire could prove tricky, especially because there are so many hills around it, unfortunately. What do I do? I'd rather have this one in though. I think, you know what, we might just have the odd lake that we can't connect up, but I think that's going to be a good city. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles away, but honestly, that's close enough. That's pretty good. We'll go and settle in that direction now. That'll give us another luxury, and we can go from there. You can see I'm getting currently a +0 attack bonus from my luxuries because settling on them, unfortunately, doesn't let you have the improvement to the +1 that you get from the gifts ability. You have to actually put an improvement down, but that's fine. Just like any map with a lot of space, barbs are going to be an issue. They seem to be running pretty much everywhere right now. Got to be a little bit careful of them. Make sure we've got a lot of standing army and a lot of defensive walls and other bits of capacity here. Otherwise we might come undone pretty quick. Like, are you going to just stand there, or are you going to... Oh no, he's going to actually go onto the tile that I was planning on settling on. You know what? Maybe that's an opportunity then to just move this around a little bit. Maybe. I get rid of this. I can connect that lake up. I could settle on this tile. Oh yeah, I could do that. That'll give me 2 sources of irrigation actually. That would help my unique improvements. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. This is a little bit different, but you know, we like to adapt. Adapting is good. Bronze working, finished. Good. Let's just get that done and we can get encampments sorted and get these early game great generals sorted. Political philosophy, Nazca. Hello, Nazca. 20 faith in a tribal hut as well. Good. That means hopefully we'll get a pantheon next turn. Yes, here we go. Is the Settler Pantheon available? Of course it's not. So let's try and go for something that's going to be a little bit different. I wasn't planning on going for holy sites or holy site adjacency things today, so I think we'll steer clear of those. Likely to work lots of lakes. I don't think there's anything in this particular Pantheon set that will help lakes, unfortunately. Unlikely to build any fishing boats because they are in the way of my unique improvements. I do have a camp. I will get 2 plantations in a second as well, so that's not a bad idea. I also have 2 sources of strategic resources, so God of Craftsman might be a good option as well. Oh, we have a lot of interesting choices, don't we? I think let's go for something that'll be universally brilliant for me. I think there's going to be enough camps. Normally I quite like Goddess at the Hunt because that 1 food and 1 production really helps just to make things worth it. But I think there are actually quite a few strategic resources around me right now. If we just do a quick search, I've only found iron and horses, and look, there's actually quite a few sources of these at the moment, so let's just gamble on something being useful into the longer run and go for God of Craftsman. That should be a useful one. I know there's probably other options that could be debated here, but for now, that's not too bad. There's the new city. There's another +2 era score from settling on a new continent. Lovely. And now we can just sort of defend our city a little bit. Lovely. Another little goody hut. Military tradition boosted. Okay, not the best one for me, but still semi-decent. Another tribal village, 20 iron this time. We can immediately go to sell that to Korea. They're further away for another bunch of gold. Always take the upfront gold, because then you can immediately use it and it's more useful to you, nice and quick. A trader would help me to just increase my movement between my cities. It would give my capital a little bit extra food and production, and it would give me the currency boost. But I think I'll save that for now because I could do with at least a couple of builders around my capital. Let's do that. We can get these 2 farms working so that they give us better yields. Let's get the furs sorted and then we can go potentially after these strategic resources. Farm improvement number 1. There's irrigation boosted. Irrigation has been done. I can now give myself sailing as I was looking for before. And let's go to try and get these furs sorted. Teddy! Oh, Bull Moose has already got 38 science and 46 culture. Okay, it's one of those games. I'll send him a delegation, see if I can make friends with him quickly. That'll be a good one. There is a camp. Those are the furs down. Perfect. Okay, we've got +1 amenities in that city now. I could, however, sell it Ooh, for quite a bit of gold. Is it worth it? Is that something that would be worth doing? Look, I'm finally getting the +1 attack bonus. That's a brilliant thing. I think it is worth it. Getting this infrastructure up early is worth rather than having the luxuries. So yeah, okay, it's because I'm selling it. Right, because I don't have the luxury in my empire, even though it's improved, because I'm selling it away, I'm losing the combat bonus. Okay, so that is something we're going to have to watch later on. For now, keeping this furs, just keeping it on gold, that's worth it. Get rid of this maze, give myself a little bit more gold so I can pop an encampment down on that tile. Almost wants to be my friend. Sure. I don't know why he disliked me there, but fine. I'm just aware that this is next to a volcano, so this is unfortunately going to be destroyed at some point. Do I get rid of the woods before it erupts, or do I leave it there? What's better, 30 production now, or +1 per turn? I think I'm going to gamble on the +1 per turn. I think I'm going to gamble on it. Let's just do that. No, there's craftsman. Now we can go for state workforce. Let's boost our unique improvement. That's going to be so handy. And more importantly, let's get a builder into my second city so that we can actually get this done. Also, I've just met Candy. I need 6 era score, ideally, in 6 turns. It's a stretch. I don't know if it's possible, being honest. That's the only problem I've found with this map so far. Yes, it's spacious, but the amount of tribal huts that I've found have been negligible. Plantation. Boom. It's a little bit of extra luxury bonus. How much are people going to buy this for? A lot. So I could get myself another chunk of gold up front, which would be amazing. I need celestial navigation to get rid of that fish. Okay, my capital has a brilliant Huey spot, which I'm definitely going to just keep an eye on because I want to rush this. In fact, I'm going for archery right now. Is this what I need to do in order to go for military tactics? No, I don't. Writing, currency, mathematics, military tactics. I've got to get a spearman, actually. That is something that would be worth it. But let's sell it. Let's sell this for now. Get ourselves the gold up front. That's good. Now we can look to get ourselves another sattler in a few turns anyway. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Canada, that's 1 person to meet. That's really good. Okay, so we're on 20 era score now with 3 turns left. I can get a couple from producing a galley. Doesn't seem like a very useful thing to do, admittedly, but I could do that. Should I be worried that Canada is the only person making great generals this game? What is Canada doing? What are you plotting, sir? Oh, scary days. Yeah, 1 turn left. There's nothing here, unfortunately, that's going to allow me to massively boost. This map is so cluttered that moving about it is proving tricky, and I can't really just sort of find all of this new land to explore over and over and over and over. We've had no real barb camps super close for us to go and take over. All the barbs are kind of littered down in this direction. Yeah, I think for now, this is about as good as we're going to get, so we might as well just consolidate. Look, there are lions with Korea. That's fairly nice, and honey with France. So that's 2 more luxuries that we just picked up for us. We're on +3 in our capital. That gives me just a little bit more yield, as well as hopefully making my units just a touch stronger. No, it has to be improved in my land. Of course it does. Nope, I totally forgot that. But anyway, the extra luxuries help. I like that. That's good. Everyone's in the normal age except from Teddy, of course. He's got so many points. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely nuts. And I think we're going to get more Eurekas than anything else, so we'll go for that. Okay, that's really annoying, but luckily I can move this slinger there and upgrade it to an archer. So remember, I need to keep at least 1 archer. Otherwise we're going to find ourselves swarmed. Oh, damn, these barbs are everywhere. Ugh, so lucky I kept my builder here just to stop myself from being pillaged, but honestly, this is frustrating. Too many things around here. I need to remember to, well, I mean, hopefully our first project to be able to sacrifice units is going to appear soon. Currency boosted. Okay, cool. Let's get the archer kill quickly. We'll steal the builder back in a second. Let's improve these horses for a better tile. Oh, just realized actually. Yeah, the volcano did exactly what I thought it would. It's removed all of the improvements and it just took 2 population off my city. Ow! That was my capital. That was my only decent city. Actually, to be fair, my second city is way better. It's way better. Pasture. Bump. Yay, that's a good tile. That's a good tile. Inca. Met Inca. Good. Honored to meet you. Exchange capitals. Great. And Ethiopia. Actually, Ethiopia are going to be pretty good. Oh, my builder actually went into the sea to escape me onto this lake. That was my builder. I think he's only got 1 charge left, but still, it's just the audacity of them to do that. Teddy wants open borders for 99 gold. Sure. That's not a bad deal for me, actually. That's good. I'll keep my trader safe by just stopping anybody from flanking around my capital. And we finally have my first governor available. Now, as much as I would love my unique governor to come into play really early, the Armani strat remains one of the best strats in the game. And we're going to use her quickly to help me navigate around the map. I think Kaguna will be the first place I try. Let's get suzerainty there, and then we'll do Auckland after, and that should give me some good old map boosts and help me just to get some era score. There is my unique building, some good era score, but also just another amenity. My city's now ecstatic. It means if it trains any troops, they gain a 3 promotion. I forgot that little bit from a description earlier, but they do have to be, city has to be ecstatic for that to work. So accumulating all of the luxuries is kind of what I'm all about this game. You know, as soon as we started playing Aztec, you all knew that was exactly what I was going to do anyway, so nothing's really changed there. Now I can get my great governor. I'll stick him in my capital, 1 promotion, and he will start giving me great general points whenever I get a kill around my cities. It's going to be massively helpful. I also now finally have my unique improvement sorted, so we'll go and do that in a second as well. There we go, a unique improvement on a lake. Boom! It's awesome, and look at that, it duplicated the sugar onto this lake tile. It can only do it once per luxury, so this sugar, now that it's been worked, it won't work on another one, but that, it's awesome. This is how the Aztecs were supposed to be played, and I believe I can now, yeah, it was letting me sell it, but I don't need to now because, in theory, I could keep that copy for myself. I've already got at least 2 of them being sold. Saying that, France wants to buy for 350 gold. Who am I to reject such things? I mean, it's gonna stop my cities from being happy at all, but, I mean, I need the gold. I need the gold desperately. I built a spearman, by the way, so that is 1 of the units. Still need a catapult, a heavy chariot, or horseman. Keep an eye out for those. There is the city-state. Okay, it's giving me a little bit more visibility around it. There was a tribal hut behind it. Okay, so it's not the best, but that's okay. We've now got another target. I'm going to move Amani on immediately to Kandy that we have 1 envoy with. Every time I do this, I get another 2 era score, so this is how I get a golden age. It's lovely. And again, we're just going to have a quick look at the luxury distribution around me and work out where to put myself next. I think down here, actually, there's toxins and cherry trees. Perfect. That is definitely the area I want to go to. So we're just going to wait for the enemy units to kind of run out of steam a little bit, and then we'll move on. Oh, I've got strategics I can sell as well. This is brilliant. Oh, good. I can buy more troops with this. This is lovely. Georgia, making walls, making friends. Where is she? Down to the south. Okay, that's cool. Now, next turn, my unique governor will finally become established in my city, which now means the kills in 9 tiles around it should start giving me great general points. I'm hoping that's true. I'm on 12 points at the moment. What's this going to give me? Is it going to give me anything? 5 great general points, 5 great profit points, 12 faith. Okay, that's not too bad actually, and let's kill the encampment. That's an option. It's just another way of making more things. Appease the gods. It's time. We're almost up to a Soothsayer. We can start to sacrifice some of my units now, which is always a weird thing to say, but that is exactly what we're looking for in this game. It's great. Okay, as I'm just waiting to get a builder here. I think I have got a Gogi on, so I need to be just producing more troops to replace the ones that I am about to sacrifice. This slinger is around my capital for a very good reason. That's fine. Let's just kill that barb horseman. Do I still get 5 general points? Yeah, I always get 5 general points. It seems to be a fairly standard bonus. There is Chocolate Hills. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's because I just finished with Kandy. Good. Okay, well that's good. I hadn't found any wonders before this point, and I really need celestial navigation to get rid of the fish at some point. I am still boosting military tactics though. The most important thing. I have a worrying theory that America is going to build the Huey before I even research it, which is problematic if they do that, but if they do, it just means I'm going to have to go and move the entire map to go and destroy them, which I think is the only rational thing you could do in such a situation. So if I promote my unique governor, I could purchase melee units with faith. That's not very handy right now. Double experience. Okay, again, that's fairly good. Now, I think for now, he's probably not the one to be doing. I need to get Pingala so that I actually start to grow a little bit. So let's just use Pingala quickly. Amani, is there anywhere else that she's going to go? I think Auckland just needs a single envoy right now, so I'm kind of holding out on that one. I could send to Jerusalem. That would give me some good visibility in an area that I haven't seen so far. Yeah, let's go to Jerusalem. That's probably a good place to go. A barb ran into me, giving me military tactics. Nice! Oh, I thought having a spearman around would be a useful thing, but that's even better than I expected it could be. Let's finally get the Soothsayer in, as so. And I need to start sacrificing my units now. If we keep winning Appease the Gods, this will get better and better and better, and we'll be able to use Soothsayers later into the game to do some devastating things. Here comes the Soothsayer. Sacrifice adjacent unit. That is the Slinger. I don't think it's going to sacrifice the Trader. No. For you. But there we go. The Slinger is now done. What's the best thing? Let's use this wonder marker. There we go. Slinger is done. Perfect. I'm just keeping track again of what I'm building. Okay, so far so good, but we're now actually winning Appease the Gods. Sacrificing a Slinger gives me basically nothing. Also, look at this. Canada know exactly what they're doing. They're just moving their settle around with no escort because they can't get attacked. That is a smug sense of victory right there. A freshly built, new, innocent archer. It thinks it's going to have a glorious life in my army, but alas, it's immediately sacrificed for the good of the cause. There we go, and Archer's done now as well. City number 3 is also down. Perfect. It's their settlement in Australia. Of course it is. It's totally deliberate. Let's treat it immediately to a new builder. Very good. Political philosophy, done. Let's give myself Classical Republic because I need the extra amenities, because I'm so sad at the moment. It's awful. Terribly sad. First envoy counts as 2. We've got +1 production. Let's get a Gogi in and let's get builders in, because those are the things that we're building more often than not. There's a warrior. You are the next one to be sacrificed. Perfect. Perfect. And actually, I've missed out on the first 2 generals, but I am in line to take the 3rd or the 4th. That's really, really handy. So fingers crossed we can just keep generating great general points by getting the kills within 9 tiles of my capital. That works really, really well. There's a camp on these toxins. The froggies are now giving me extra science and gold. Lovely. I could sell them for a lot. Actually, oh, I can buy my luxuries back. That's really handy. Oh, should we do that? Shall we do that? 80 gold for 2 of them. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I want my cities to be ecstatic, ideally. It's always good to buy these luxuries because then it means I can sell mine for way more gold. Now there is my spearman. Exactly the same. Sacrifice. Great. Oh, I hope the old gods will be satisfied by my good tactics and my good skills at killing my units so far. I really am trying. Is it farms and plantations are the ones that get copied? They are. Farms and plantations. So, what have I done in my capital? This is a farm, it's on fire. Well, I better go and put that fire out and go and spread my unique district. Actually, I could put one in the lake there. Oh, that would be helpful. Improve this tile again. Oh, lovely. These are really, really good unique improvements. I find them fun. Let's just fill up lakes with them if I can. Alright, let's try this. If I put another unique improvement down next to a first, they should both get +1 food. They do. Okay, now that's great. That's going to give me some severe housing once I get this sorted. Severe housing, it's like regular housing, but anything you say to it, it takes really sternly and very aggressively. So I finished a campus in my second city, which boosts mathematics. Now I can go through to military tactics. I just need one more governor in order to get Pingala activated to full majesty. So I think I'm going to get the ancestral hall. Is that the one to do? Yeah, it is. I need more settlers. I need more settlers and I need extra builders when they do settle, because I need to settle everywhere, ideally. There's Sun Tzu. Yay, we got a general. Perfect. We only needed the one. We only needed the one. That's brilliant. What does a swordsman kill give me? 5 general points again. 5 profit points. Okay, so nothing really changes, but a little bit of extra faith, so that's cool. We may actually end up getting an accidental profit here if we're not careful. I like that. Let's just think about this. Oh, someone keeps stealing this from me. I want to win. I want to win. It's actually the silver tier that I want to win rather than the gold. I don't really care if I actually win it or not, but it's silver, because then my soothsayers get a free promotion. The more promotions I get, the more useful they'll be through the game. So 1 envoy into Auckland gives me the vision around it again. Perfect. We're unlocking a lot of the map here, which is a great thing. I'm also going to make it my mission to navigate the map first. That's kind of what I want to do here. Appease the gods. We're currently winning. I don't know if we'll actually win it, but if we do, that would be epic. We'll keep pushing and see if we can get that victory for ourselves. Slowly building up tasty little roads between my nations just to help the movement, because movement is by far the most annoying thing on this map so far. It's so spindly and so many little lakes and hills moving about. Yeah, really tough, but I like it. I like the map. It's good. Oh yes, of course, Canada's buying diplomatic favour at like crazy rates now, which is good. We won it. We got a 3 Soothsayer unit, and we get a 3 promotion on all present and future Soothsayer units. Now, does that count? When it says 3, is it actually 3? No. So all of my other ones go up by 100 faith. So I guess I gained 200 faith there. Maybe it wasn't even the best thing. But +1 charge gains stealth. Ooh, that's intriguing. I kind of want the one that gives me the siege ability, but this for now is fine. Look at that. I put some more maize into this tile. Oh, that's fun. We like this. We like this reworked Aztec. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes, I think that's the thing with Civ. It doesn't need to be a particularly powerful Civ or like a broken Civ to be doing fun. It just needs to be something that has like a really fun mechanic. Something you can really get your teeth into. So my next goal is to save up 2,000 gold so I can get this engineer. Wonders from the ancient or classical era. Military tactics is medieval, but I believe if we actually look at it, it is how much production? 710 production, and Imhotep would give me 350. That would be half the build immediately, and considering my capital has very little production, that's probably going to be the only way we're going to rush this through, so we'll do that for now. Oh, a men-at-arm barbarian. Oh, yay. We like it when the barbs get crazy powerful, don't we? What fun we all have. What fun. Never mind. So Georgia is about to spread me Catholicism, which gives me warrior monks. That's the worst. Oh, Ethiopia has Eastern Orthodoxy, and I think Ethiopia are ages away. Yep, they are. That's the one with Feed the World. Never mind. If it's not Feed the World, I don't think I'm going to need it. There is a unique improvement once again. Boom! That gives me another source of coca, which is awesome. Perfect. We'll sell that in a bit once it's figured out that I actually own it, which is so far a bit problematic. Open borders. No, I don't need open borders. I need gold. Another governor. Another governor. I'm going to actually go for connoisseur because I don't need to rush military tactics right now because the Huey is about to be popped down. It's all looking good for me. So I can get military training now, which gives me my Eagle Warrior, but I don't want to do that just yet because I haven't yet built a swordsman, and that would absolutely make the swordsman obsolete. So I've got to be a little bit careful here. This is very much a problem that I need to consider. Making sure I don't make any unit obsolete before I've sacrificed it to the old gods. Their flamey rage would be insatiable if they found out that I hadn't, sacrificed something to them. So, got to be very careful. There we go. Huey, we can start to build it. Okay, we need to improve our wonder building though. That is something that needs to happen. 45 gold is well worth it. Let's do that. +1 production, corvée in. Think that's going to be good enough for now. So, 2,000 gold. We need 750 more of the sweet stuff, and we'll be good. So going to, not that it will help, put my capital onto production focus for a second. Fingers crossed we can squeeze out as much production on the Huey as we can before it's too late. Well, and of course, Auckland it is absolutely benefiting lake tiles. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, well, we've got to keep Auckland in for as long as we can. Amani is established in Jerusalem. I mean, get back to Auckland. This is my city-state forever. Forever and ever and ever. Okay, right, selling luxuries again. We are onto something good. We can get a lot up front. I've got so much iron coming in per turn now as well. Very tasty. The Incan's giving me a bunch of it. Ooh, 2 turns away, I think. 2 turns away, and oh, we can sell our open borders for even more. It's always worth checking in on that every now and then to see what you can buy. Some ebony as well. Lovely. Gypsum, good. Right, 2 turns. 2 turns and we should have this. All of our cities are ecstatic, by the way. I didn't mention it at the time, but now they're ecstatic. Russia, 75 culture already. I believe they are probably going heavy on the old theatre square and lava spam, which is just as we would expect them to do normally. And here is our golden age. Perfect. There's ironworking. Okay, we need to get a swordsman worked as quickly as we can. Everyone else is in dark ages apart from Korea, France, and Ethiopia. And for us, it's time to get monumentality. We can use our faith to get ourselves some extra settlers and start to spread out amongst the world. We do have a little bit of bonus faith. We've only got 3 cities, and the AI has got 8, 8, 7, 8, 6, 5, 8, and 6. We are well behind on city count. Our cities are good. They're good productive things, and we're going to find ourselves later into the game looking a little bit better. There, by the way, is Imhotep. So we have Imhotep. Lovely. Theodore. Oh, Theodore would have been actually slightly better, but no bother. I know Imhotep gets double wonder building. Double wonder building if you use him on regular, very boring wonders, but I think I'm going to do the atrocious thing and waste him on Huey, because I really want that wonder. World Congress, duplicate resources. What people are going to go for here? I think we're going to say down on honey, because lots of people have honey. I don't know if that'll work, and I want to trade with... I think we've seen a lot of faith city-states. It's probably the most prolific one we've seen, so we'll vote on those 2. See what goes through. Religious, nothing for pearls. Hey, that's not bad. We'll take that little assortment. That's fine. It's less navigation. Lets me harvest fish, by the way, so I can do that in my capital. Oh, yeah, that's right. Imhotep can't get in the sea. He can't get in the sea. Right, let's do shipbuilding quickly, and then celestial navigation. Then he can get in the sea. I don't think it's actually going to cause a problem for us, but it's funny that we forgot to do that aspect. Where next? To the north, I think. There's marble and there's furs. Ah, yes. A good combo. Let's head in that direction. I can also put my unique improvement down on this tiny lake, which again boosts that sugar. Lovely. Curtain. 82 science. Actually not the leader. 93 for Korea and 89 for America. Yeah, it's a strong game. You know what? I'm gonna build a boat here. The Ursa, and I'm also going to build a boat here. Why? To get shipbuilding. Are they pointless boats? Yes. Am I happy that I now have lake boats? You bet I'm happy. Oh yes. It's a beautiful sight. It's what we wanted to see. Shipbuilding massively helps me get around the map though. Massively helping me get around the map. That's awesome to see. We will circumnavigate the globe in 40 days. I tell you now. I wager 1 boaty boy and this warrior in a lake. That's my wager. What a wager indeed. Well, that's as far as this boat can go. What about this one? There we go. What a voyage. Bon voyage. What was the name of the villain from The Incredibles? Bon voyage? I feel like it was Bon voyage. I remember it being like one of those dad jokes where you're like, ah yes. Now I remember. Imhotep. Oh, I'm just going to double check to see if I've got anything else that I can be built. I could build the mausoleum and the Colosseum. The Colossum. The Colossosum. Oh, it's not worth it. I'm going to wait until the next one. Let's just get this done. Come on, Ryan. Trust your instincts. Huey's worth it, and someone's going to build it. If you just faff around, if you fart around for long enough, Ryan, someone is going to take it. I know it's painful using Imhotep on something that's not a classical era wonder. I know. I feel your pain. I feel it too. It's horrible. But sometimes an Ursa's just got to do it, you know? Actually, saying that, Colossus and Great Lighthouse, they're both coastal wonders, so I can't even build them. Even if I wanted to, I can't even build them. These are lakes we're talking about, the superior version of coast. I don't even care. I don't even care about them, it's fine. Actually, this is a really random one, but I never build this. Great Zimbabwe. Must be adjacent to a commercial hub district with a market and adjacent to cattle. Cattle, a commercial hub, Zimbabwe. Right? Am I thinking about that wrong? Does it have to be on... It doesn't say it has to be on flatland, does it? So, hell, I'm building it. 1 sneaky cattle, 1 commercial hub. Let's do it. Yeah, sod it. Sod it. In the meantime, here is settlement number 4 with a 3 builder this time. Isn't that great? Get in the lake. Let's put that down immediately. Oh, look. Actually copies the barley. There's no farm on the barley, but it copies it anyway. That's interesting. I just assumed you had to automatically sort of, you know, improve it, but no, clearly you don't. That's good news. Now, I appreciate the one thing that I am not doing right now is building districts with my builders. I will come to that later. Once I've got serfdom up and I'm stealing builders and I've got a few, like a little bit more industry to hand, then I'll be tempted to do it. Right now, builders are too important for me. That ability, the Aztec ability, you know, Legends of the Five Suns, that's more of a late game thing. Really. Oh, that's a mega colossal eruption, and I just lost my library and a pop. Ouch. Never mind. It's fine. We'll stick it back up. It's all good. So I'm going to actually rush Huey by chopping down this forest and popping a mine on that tile. I think that's the best thing for me to do here. I want to just check and see where else I can get to with my lakes. I want to just tie everything together if I can. Look at all these. Look at all this ebony. Oh. Need construction for that. I am rushing construction now, so I will get that soon, but still, it's nice. Really, it's kind of like if I spot tiles I can't put canals on, those are the ones that I really want to be settling on. Kind of also want to go towards Paris. They've already got 52 strength. Oh, my men-at-arms rush is not even going to be a thing. Well, we'll still use them for something. Not sure what, but our Aztec warriors will have a moment, no doubt. I like over here. I think this is the best thing to do. Let's stick the city down. Kind of, is that a hill? Is that a rainforest hill? That is a rainforest hill. I'm going to settle it there and hope that we can canal our way out of this mess, which I think we should be able to do. Okay, great. Off your pop. Over to this direction. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Glorious Petra, Davalex, Dayboy91, Skeptical Bear, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brown Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Nim, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiature, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support. Thanks everybody.